welcome back to another video. We're going to just begin with the crash. The plane went up in altitude way more than it was supposed to. The co-pilot tried to warn the pilot, but the pilot was a little drunk. So, boom, stalled out of the sky. He deployed the landing gear for best chances of survival. But actually, the only survivor in this crash was the co-pilot. Because he stood up last second and he jumped. And he landed right beside an engine piece. No one knows how or how he lived, but he survived. Seeing a plane go over him, landing. This plane took off in North Germany in 1996. It was an RAR 72. But whenever it came around for a landing, that's when the crash started to happen. So the plane came around for a landing, but the landing gear didn't deploy. The pilots realized this, so they had to use no landing gear, which was very difficult. And they lost their tail, but it was alive. No one knows how, but the tail completely fell off. Everyone evacuated quickly because the engines were starting to shut off. Because of dangerous possibilities. Or maybe it was a little bit of a rough impact, but it was a pretty rough impact, but everyone evacuated. And everyone survived this crash, but the next one, not so much. The plane started at gaining speed, but it wasn't keeping up. Right. Until finally pulled up. But by then, it was already too late, and it exploded. Lost its second engine, but it took off hard. Like, just barely making it past the random. It stopped, but not all the way. People realized this thing was going to because he was losing control. There was no hope. It was just completely out of control. They tried evacuating super quickly, but that didn't work. Bam! Slammed into the water. Nothing made it back on the surface, except for smoke and bubbles. This plane, the same plane as all the others, took off in 2013 and started to land once again. Why? Actually, one of the engines were out tonight, aka engine 1. Then it took back off. It deployed its landing at about 90 and then stalled onto the hill. It didn't even say stall. They were going 30 kilometers. And that's the bad thing about it. Alright people, we're good. Let's take off. Oh gosh! We just lost our wing! 17. Bam! Oh gosh! Look at the purple plane! We're gonna die! No, we can save this! And then all the people on board died on both planes. Same thing basically happened, but different. Same two planes for some reason. The plane was at stalling radius, but it dodged. But it still had a mental issue in both engines. So it crashed. Bam, both engines gone. Just barely dodging the broken plane.
400.
And it's
Stop.
instantly
300.
falling.
200. 100.
I thought at first it hit the purple plane, but the purple plane, the bird air wasn't affected. Engine 2, we're going down! We're fine!
100 damaged.
It's time to take off. Wait. Gully, wing, ling, ling, and go, ling, ling, go. Gully, wing, ling, ling, and go, ling, ling. I'm bailing out of there! But what happened to the aircraft? It took off. And was never seen ever again. What did the co-pilot do? He ran to the nearest aircraft, aka the Flying Fortress. Flying Fortress is a luxury aircraft only for rich people. Co-pilot is pretty darn poor, but he still pays bills and still has things to do stuff. He was fixing this because he bought it only for $1,000. Because the person who sold it was like, nah, it isn't worth nothing. So I'm just gonna sell it. And it had most of the parts intact. Only a few minor parts that weren't really important were damaged. Then zombies started the game. Go, 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 go! The co-pilot died, as you can see. And then the E-42 took off with a tiny tail scratch without anyone knowing. Gear was deployed. Plane deployed its landing gear for no reason. But there's a plane in front of it. No! No one knows how they survived it. Horrible.
Stall. This is
Plane accelerated.